Hi guys, welcome back to the Drive Life channel. In today's video, we're going to be solving a very annoying problem with the S80 today. We're going to be adjusting the windscreen wipers so it doesn't bash on the A-pillar here. I'll show you what I mean, because it is infuriating, to be honest. So let's get the wipers on. That noise. There you go. It can't be good for the wipers to be doing that, can it? Okay, so it's just a 15mm socket. Now loosen this off. It's come off very easily, isn't it? There we go, we'll put this here so it's nice and safe. Okay, so these can be a bit stubborn to come off now. So what you can do is you can use the sort of the suspension built in and just wobble them off here. They will come off eventually. There we go, so you can see the teeth here where the wiper sits on. I don't know if you can see the teeth in there, sort of a bit like ratcheted. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slightly adjust that now. It'll only have to be a couple of millimeters to do it, but it's going to make so much of a difference. It's going to be so much worth it. So let's line this up. That's definitely lower than it was. Let's see if we can get it to sit down in these teeth again, like so. And then I'll join you guys in a second. And so the technique I've found that works best is, because they're such fine increments, these sort of different mounting points, get it roughly to where you want, and then just tighten this up, and it will seat itself nicely into a sort of point. So we're happy with that. So I'm going to tighten it now. And it'll settle in nicely. And we'll pop the cap on and give that a whirl, see if it's any better. Okay, so let's get the ignition on. Wipers on full. Oh, look at that. Pure silence. We've got a slight gap here now, but I'd rather have that gap, I think, than that noise. What I might do is just adjust it ever so slightly, although it's reduced actually this, what Hubnut would call the triangle of death as well. So I could actually leave it like this, to be honest. I'll leave it a couple of days and see how we do. I think now what I'm going to do is adjust this one here, so it sits down a bit more, because when that stops, look how far up that sits. That shouldn't sit that high up, should it? So let's adjust that one now. So this one's literally the same process as before. It's obviously not as easy to reach because it's right in the middle under the bonnet, but we'll give it our best shot. Might have to use a key just to pop this. I use the shed key just to pop this off. That's not going to work. We'll use the trusty Morrison's More card. See if we can get enough underneath that. There we go, that's coming up nicely. A little bit more around the other side. There we go. I wouldn't use a tool like a screwdriver or anything like that, because this is metal, and if you gouge a bit off, that could go rusty. So let's just crack this nut off now. can probably do this job without having to take the whole nut off, but just for ease I'm going to take the whole nut off. There we are. So this one may come off a little easier. Oh no, not quite. So essentially what happens is you have to push this down so that the wiper sits properly, sits square, so you can lift it up and off, like so. Now, let's set this one down and in now. I'm happy that that's sitting much lower, it's not going over the glass like it was before. Just got to get it to sit on one of these notches quite nicely. There we go, that'll do nicely. It's a bit of a wiggling act. What I'm going to do actually is just going to use the old position and tighten method, I think, because that's now sitting. I'll just move it down a little bit more actually, because it's moved up. That looks nice. That looks good. So let's tighten that down. You see it slot in there. There we go. Pop the cap on, and boom. Bob's your uncle. Now that should make it quieter in the cabin because it won't stick up so much. We'll just give them a test, make sure it still is satisfactory, but you'll see that's much lower now on the windscreen, isn't as visible, and hopefully it won't fly off now once I there we go. Beautiful. You see how much quieter that is now? That's going to make wet weather driving a much better experience, isn't it? So that second one I did in 3 minutes, GoPro's telling me. So a very nice, quick and easy job to do. All you need is a 15mm socket with a ratchet, and you can get it done. You can do that in your supermarket car park while you're waiting for your missus to put the trolley back, or yeah, you know, it's a dead easy job to do and solves a rather annoying issue. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you've done this on your car already or whether you need to do it, and I'll see you next video. Cheers.